Today I'm making picadillo for dinner. It's that time of the week where my family just wants like something with ground beef and potato. So a pound of ground beef, I'll be using 1 large potato. I have this like 10-ounce bag of mixed vegetables that I'm gonna add. Here's onion, fresh onion and garlic. I have some other seasonings and spices. I'm also gonna add some fresh tomato into the mix and kind of make it a little soupy. It's gonna be good. Let's get started. Okay, I've been preheating my pot, and you know what? As much as I want to do different layers of flavor and saute at different times, guess what, guys? I'm just trying to get dinner on the table. It's all going in my pan together with the ground beef, potato, onion, garlic. I'm gonna add just like a half teaspoon of salt into the mix. I'm gonna start breaking it up and sauteing. Actually move this to a larger burner. Okay, I think that's a bit more appropriate. Okay, so I'm gonna let this go for another 5 minutes or so. I really want the pot to get well heated. There we go. I also added a pepper. I added like a 1/4 teaspoon of cracked black pepper. Okay, so here I have a puree. I added 3 Roma tomatoes, a half teaspoon of cumin seeds, 3/4 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon powder. You can also switch that up for beef bouillon powder. Now I'm adding it into my ground beef. Gonna add a little more water, like a half cup of water into the blender cup. Give it a little swirl here to get any residual out of the cup. There we go. Okay. So let that simmer a little bit. I'm also gonna add like a little bit, this is maybe a half teaspoon to a full teaspoon of dried cilantro. If you've got fresh, chop it up and add it. I'm going with dried. This smells so good already. Now my little frozen bag of mixed vegetables is going to bring down the temperature of what's happening in the pot. So just give it a mix, crank up the heat. And at this point, I'm going to let this come back up to a simmer, cover with a lid, and let it cook for about 15 minutes, or until the potatoes and everything is softened and cooked through. And that's the picadillo for dinner today. Really easy. Okay, so I've already started to toast my rice. If you want to check out the full recipe video for my chipotle butter rice, go ahead and do that. By the way, I'm using medium grain rice because I'm out of long grain rice. So I'm just adding my minced onion into the mix. You could use fresh. Let's see, what do I got here? I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of, garlic. Gonna add my butter. Going with 2 today. And then gonna add in some chicken bouillon powder, my chopped chipotle into the pan, and I'm just gonna saute all of this, add the water. Get that mixed up. Oh, it smells so good. This is a great switch up instead of doing like the traditional Mexican style red rice. I go for chipotle sometimes, especially since my picadillo has tomato in it. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my water. 1 more cup, so that's 2 cups of water per cup of rice. Gently give that a mix. I'm going to cover with a lid, and pretty much the same way I make my Mexican style rice. Cover with a lid, let it come up to simmer, lower the heat, let it gently simmer for about 15 to 18 minutes, maybe 20 max. There we go. Okay, so the picadillo is done. It's It's kind of steamy. By the way, I made some refried beans on the side, and the rice is sitting right there. I'm letting it set for another 10 minutes before I fluff it and open the lid. So this is definitely done. It smells amazing. And this is dinner. This is just another variation of picadillo that I like to make. And you definitely want to taste it for salt, seasoning, pepper, you know, and adjust that to your preference. But here we are, picadillo, another way, an easy way, and this is what we're having for dinner. Okay, so I fluffed up my rice, and if you want the full recipe video for this, I'll link it somewhere above this video or in the description below, but I love a good buttery, savory chipotle rice. Okay, let's get our picadillo on the plate. It's hot. There we go. I like to do a couple of spoonfuls. There we go. And then you get your flour tortilla. You can kind of put it like right on the side. That works. And that's dinner. Picadillo dinner. This is a quicker, easier way in my opinion, and it's so good. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.